Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And when you talk about Ninja Turtle games for the Super Nintendo, most likely you're going to talk about Turtles in Time. It's a classic. It's an essential Super Nintendo game, especially if you're a Ninja Turtles fan. Many people say this is the greatest Ninja Turtles video game of all time, and I would agree with them. But wasn't there another Ninja Turtles game for the Super Nintendo? A game that's not really talked about a lot here on YouTube when you do a search. And that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Yes, a tournament fighting game, much akin to Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but featuring Ninja Turtle characters. And it seems that not a lot of people talk about it. You know, I'm not sure if people don't know about it. I would assume that people grew up during the Super Nintendo era would know about it, but strangely, it's not really a big topic here on YouTube. So I'm going to do everyone a favor, and I'm going to talk about this game in this here video. So guys, cowabunga dudes, I all hope you enjoy this one. Well, damn, it seems like another dynamo from Konami. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Man, this is a difficult game. I mean, when I first picked this one up, this game kicked my ass. It is a real fucking terror to play. Now, the controls and everything are just fine, but this is a really challenging game. I mean, you really gotta know what you're doing here. This is not just a button masher. I found that the greatest success I had in this game is playing as Donatello. And you could see during my playthrough, I was spamming the buttons like crazy. And, and I did manage to fight my way up to Shredder. But at that point, my cheapness was not paying off anymore, and I got my ass handed to me. And that is going to happen a lot in this game. And unless you've been playing for a long time and you know exactly what you're doing and you know what moves to utilize and how to go about these fights. But aside from the challenge, which is, quite great, there is a nice roster of characters to pick from, and this is a good looking game. I mean, there's some nice graphics. The turtles look great. All the other characters look great as well. You've got all four main turtles. You've got Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mike. But you've also got Karai from the comics. You've got Wingnut. You've got Chrome Dome. You have War. Many of these characters not even appearing in the original animated series show, but actually from the Archie comics. Yes, that's right. Actually, a lot of this game is based on the comics. And they mixed it together, and I kind of like that. That makes this game feel very unique, that it has not only animated series in it, but also the comic books as well. You've got Karai, you've got Shredder looking more like he does in the comic books. So I'm sure many comic book fans of the Ninja Turtles really appreciate that this game came along and offered this up. This was something that we didn't see up until this time, something very much akin to the comic books instead of the animated series. It was something that, we saw with the movies. Maybe that's kind of where they, kind of got the idea from. Let's try to make this a bit more like the movies. Let's try to make it a little bit more realistic and less cartoony like the show. But yes, so you'll get your ass handed to you. There's a lot of moves that you can pull off, and the moves are very appropriate for each turtle. And you could even play as the other characters as well, which is very refreshing, so you don't have to play as a Ninja Turtle if you don't want to. But mainly, what you're doing here is you're going fighter by fighter, and you're going to find out different locations. Yeah, nice localization there, guys. So after you find out these locations, you're going to go and fight the villains all the way up until Shredder so you could rescue April O'Neil. So that is pretty standard. You're also going after Splinter as well. But it's a lot of fun. Definitely, this is pretty unique. We haven't seen another Ninja Turtle fighter like this ever since or before this game. So it's unique. It stands alone. And after all these years as being the only Ninja Turtle fighting game. So when you take a look back on it, there's not a lot of other options. And thankfully, it's a good game. It's got good gameplay, good sound, game looks great, and it's just very, very challenging. You're gonna have a hell of a time getting through this game, but Tournament Fighters delivers. It's a Ninja Turtles fighting game. They give you a nice roster of characters. Yes, I would have liked to play as Krang. I would have liked to play as Metalhead and Baxter Stockman, but and Leatherhead, that would have been awesome. Like I said, I would have liked to see some more characters. And instead of some of these, comic book based characters, I would have liked to see it based on the animated series, but that's a minor complaint because I do like some of these characters. I like the way they're designed. I think War looks awesome, for example. But it's definitely a unique game, one that's deserving of your time. It's definitely a Ninja Turtles experience that you must have if you're a fan. Also, is that not the most energetic soundtrack you have ever heard? So guys, go check it out. And thank you for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And click the bell so you get all the notifications on all my latest videos. And I'll see you next time, guys.